So, what is it like having liver problems? In my last video, I talked about the swelling that can happen and making compression armbands, which really work. They really help. If you have any compression socks that you don't use, I would definitely suggest turning some into armbands if you have liver problems and deal with the swelling. Um, Living with liver problems is painful. I've actually been a caretaker to my former partner. Um, he had both liver and kidney problems as complications of his autoimmune disease. And I first started having experiences with liver trouble in about 2015. I think in my last video I talked about having foamy poop, for lack of better words, and that helped me to figure out there was something wrong with my digestive system, and I began to alter my food lifestyle. Um, because of that was 6 years before it was officially um, pinged by doctors that my liver does not function properly. Liver problems are often hereditary, or they can be hereditary. My poor daughter has inherited these problems with her liver, either inherited it from myself or her father, who has now since passed away from kidney failure as complications of his autoimmune disease. It's another reason why I'm so big on genealogy and having done DNA testing on myself, because the people who raised me don't have liver problems, but it obviously is genetic. At least I believe it's genetic in my case, because my daughter inherited liver problems, and if the people who raised me don't have liver problems, then are they really my parents, you know? But when the toxins build up in your body enough, it makes it very painful. I refer to it as bone pain because the pain is really deep. As a caretaker for my former partner before he passed away, there would be days that he was in so much pain. He was literally curled up in the fetal position and would just have to wait for the pain to pass. There are days where the pain for me is so bad that I cry, and I'm one of those stubborn people that I don't like to cry. So when I say that I cry from the pain, you can imagine how excruciating it actually is. Sometimes my kidneys hurt, but it's not very often. And sometimes I've figured out through the years that it's in correlation to certain foods, or if I don't drink enough water, or whatever. It's usually linked to food. Lately I've been eating seafood for the first time in about 5 years, and my kidneys have been hurting the past about 24 hours. So last time I had my liver and my kidney tested was several months ago, and they try to play it off like, oh, your kidneys are okay, it's just when you get dehydrated. I do have a natural tendency for dehydration, so I do have to play it careful, make sure I do drink plenty of water. But off and on in the past 10 years, there are times where my kidneys do hurt. So I don't completely agree with the view of some professionals that my kidneys are okay and whatever. I mean, obviously they're okay enough that it's nothing major, but it is something that I personally monitor because I'm very in tune with my body, and when I start to hurt or whatever, I keep a food journal that I've kept for, oh my gosh, probably 10 years, and I've used it to help pinpoint, different foods that affect me and everything. But yeah, I've also spoken with other people who have liver problems, and they've told me how painful it is for them. Like, they're just in so much pain, and they described it to me just like I've described it to y'all, that it's a deep pain, like a bone pain. It's really deep and it hurts. And I mean, if you have liver problems, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you know someone, or if you're a caretaker of someone who has liver problems, then you've seen the pain that they go through. And there's not really anything you can do if you have liver problems except just monitor your food. Don't eat a lot of fatty stuff. I love peanut butter and almond butter, and I love almond milk, but neither of those three items love my liver, or my liver doesn't love them. And you can look up on different, medical websites, and it tells you that, nuts and peanut butters and stuff are not things that you should be eating when you have liver problems, because they're so fatty that it's difficult for your liver to filter back out. So, life with liver problems, it's painful. It hurts. And I wouldn't wish liver problems on anyone, because I know the pain, and I've seen the pain in others, especially when I took care of my former partner before he passed away.